What's up, guys? We are back here with some more Aetherdrift standard content, and a Pro Tour happened this past weekend, and we have some interesting decks to take a look at. And when I say decks, I mean decks. There is quite a few that we are going to be taking a look at over the next week, maybe 2 weeks, depends on how long it takes me to get through them. But we have a lot of spice to get through, and it turns out one of the better performing decks at the event was actually one that nobody saw coming. And this is the Orzhov Pixie deck that Ben Stark piloted to an 8-1-1 record at the Pro Tour. Didn't quite make the top 8, had a little bit of an unfortunate circumstances in the limited portion, but Ben really did cook for the constructed portion. And when you hear the word Pixie, right? Nurturing Pixie, and you kind of associate that with more of an aggressive take with Pixie, more one-drops, like Optimistic Scavenger, and things of that nature. But that's not really what this is about. This is more of a control deck. Now, you still have Pixie plus Hopeless Nightmare because against decks like Domain, you need that angle to be able to try and kill them quickly before they get set up, which I would imagine the Domain matchup is kind of tough. But instead of playing all of the more aggressive stuff, we've kind of cut that for a bunch of 3-drops. So we've removed an entire color from the deck, which notably, we'll get to the lands in a second. That definitely plays a factor in what you are allowed to do with the mana base. But like I said, instead of playing the Scavengers and Fear of Isolations and all that kind of stuff, we're playing a lot more kill spells. So we have 4 Get Lost, 4 Momentum Breaker, and 4 Grim Bauble, alongside 4 temporary lockdowns in the main deck, which sounds a little counterintuitive to play all of these cheap permanents with lockdown, but it's kind of cool. Because what you can actually do is you can lock down a bunch of your own stuff, like say you have a Breaker, a Bauble, and a Pixie, or something along those lines. You can lock down your own stuff, including theirs, and then later on in the game, you can actually use Pixie to pick up the lockdown and then get more triggers out of all of those cheap permanents. You also have Loran, which can blow up your own lockdown to sort of achieve a similar type of effect. Now, we mentioned that there's not as many cheap permanents and you don't really have those aggressive starts, but instead of that, we're playing Liliana the Veil and Unholy Annex, which is kind of a weird one. You don't usually see this one in Pixie decks, but it kind of all plays into assuming more of a controlling role where you just want to kill all their stuff and then take and just draw a bunch of extra cards with something like Unholy Annex, take advantage of that towards the late game, which kind of makes sense. Now, as far as cutting the blue from the deck, it does allow you to get a little bit more creature lands into the mana base. So 3 Restless Fortress and 3 Soulstone Sanctuary. Soulstone, notably a demon for Unholy Annex, so that's kind of cool. And yeah, you also have Liliana of the Veil main deck. So if you are trading 1-for-1 more often against your opponent, Liliana becomes quite a bit better because you kill their creature, you play Liliana when they have one thing in play, you minus, and then from there you can just use the Liliana, uptick a bunch, trade more resources, and then once you're both hell-bent, you slam an Annex and just kind of take over the game from there. So that is kind of the main deck. The sideboard, we got some cut downs for small creature decks, Tinybones, the Pickpocket. I'm not exactly sure when these come in. You got some rest in pieces for graveyard decks, Beza for red, Innocence for Dimir, and then, the 3rd and 4th copies of Loran here. So really leaning in on that in the postboard games. Just an interesting take on Pixie, and I really think Ben kind of cooked for this one. So let me know what you guys think of the deck list, and without further ado, I will see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Okay, I'm okay with this. Thankfully, these were just tapped for blocking the front side. Yeah, used to be a Pioneer streamer until they took Pioneer away from me. It's sad, man. I look at the metagame every single week for the weekly metagame series that I do on YouTube, and I mean, the Pioneer format still looks interesting. It still looks fun. Maybe I should give it a shot one of these days. I'm sorry, what? I didn't plan for that. Well, I'm in danger, but they already have an Atali in the graveyard, so I guess I'll do it again. Yeah, this is Ben's deck. Itali and Chandra, huh? Okay. I sure hope they're not... okay, well, this scares me. Okay. They definitely don't have a Zombify in hand, right? Surely they don't have a Zombify. Okay. Hold. Okay, this is not that bad. Because now they're going to be top decking. Which land would I rather discard? I think the Fortress. Because keeping Soulstone opens up the ability to find an Annex later on. I thought about upkeep there, but I think I'm just going to do this. And then ult next turn. Makes things kind of awkward. I feel like the matchmaking is still weird. I'll play against the Reanimator deck like 80% of the time in Standard. This is the first Reanimator deck that I've played against in recent memory. Do we slam the ult? I could plus one more time, though. No, let's just ult. Let's ult. Okay, so it's going to be 3 lands, beans, and then 3 lands, 2 maps. So what are the 3 worst lands? Verge. Or, hold on, there's only 2 black sources. Okay, I have an idea. So I want to put the black sources separate from... Yeah. So this lets them either keep black or red. And then I want to put the beans with the red-green lands and the maps with the black lands. Because I'd rather have them sack the black lands. Okay, there we go. Because if I do Mortuary, Mountain, Swamp, they have all 3 colors. Yeah, see, this is good because now they don't have black mana. So even if they top deck Zombify, they have to rip Black Source and Zombify. It's annoying, but it's fine because we have a backup Sanctuary. Annex would have been a sick draw. JS, have a good day. Thank you for stopping by. Get Lost Lockdown. It's not the worst cards. Well, Lockdown is bad. Get Lost is not terrible, but I kind of would rather just draw a Pixie or an Annex. So I think I send both. And then don't sack upkeep. And then I guess we sack end of turn to try and find the Annex. Lockdown, then Get Lost It. The problem with Lockdown, then Get Lost It is they get the trigger Beanstalk, so it just gives them an extra card, which I think is worse. I'm just going to put them on a 1-turn clock. We're playing Benez's deck. Alright, so Jund Reanimator. Beans, Overlord, Itali, Chandra, Breach, Brotherhoods. They probably have Zombify. We do have Rips, which is nice. I want to board in these for Beans and Overlords. And Bauble seems bad. Anything else that's good? Could do Tinybones, but Tinybones Rip is kind of a non-bow. I think we just do something... Oh, the lockdowns are really bad against them, aren't they? Would you rather have anything in the sideboard than Lockdown? I guess Innocence, right? I don't think Innocence is fantastic, but it's probably better than Lockdown. Yeah, I could buy that. Sand's perfect because you Tinybones them. They think that you think they you know they think they got you good by discarding their Etali. Little do they know, they lack the critical information. Actually, they just discarded Cruelty. Wait, they know? You're not supposed to know. Don't duress me. No! Fuck. It's my whole plan. Wait, they didn't take the rip? What does that mean? It means I'm casting it. I don't know. Probably means they have, like... Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, we don't really have a plan to end this game in any sort of quick fashion. No, I think it just means they have, like, Beans plus Overlord, and they just don't care about the rip. Yeah, this makes sense. We're playing Standard, Tiago Ray. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well today. Beatdown plan. Beatdown plan. Engage. Yeah, 2 in hand? Alright. A little Liliana. What they discard? Discarded Italy. Combat. Cast this, play this, uptick. Okay. Brotherhood's End would be a little awkward. Okay, I like this. Could edict them now. They're at 12. Do you make a demon or do you draw a card? We're at 7. I play Annex. They go to 5. They Brotherhoods me. I think I'm just going to make a demon. Yeah, I'm just going to make a demon. It's way better because they showed us Brotherhoods game 1, so this is better if they have Brotherhoods. It does not seem like they have an answer. That was clean. That was really clean. Felt extremely medium. Not like medium in a bad way, but just very medium. Challenge. Challenger. They got 4 in hand. Would you hold back the Pixie to protect Liliana? I really don't think the 2 damage matters that much. I'm not gonna attack. Yeah, that was a brutal match, Derek. That was a really brutal match. Okay. I think I discard the lockdown. Just play Annex Tapland Pass. Yeah, a lot of it is sorcery speed. Really? Why wouldn't they play the hero that turn? I guess they know that I have Bauble. This is why they didn't play it that turn. Sure. Look, I wasn't going to attack anyways. I wasn't attacking anyways, I promise you. Amy! How you doing today? Amy, thank you for the raid. Welcome everybody from Amy's stream. Could we get some rainbow butts in the chat, please? They killed the Liliana. Welcome, Raiders. We're playing some of the more interesting decks from the PT this weekend. We started off with a little bit of Golgari Obliterator, and now we are trying out Ben Stark's deck. Ben Stark cooked a little bit, played a little interesting take on Pixie of the Orzhov variety, and I kind of like Ben's deck. I really want to get my speed going this turn, because now I kind of want to start attacking so I can potentially gain life off Pixie at some point, because the life gain could matter a lot, because I'm kind of under the gun with this Annex. I'm ready to play 8 Siege Rhinos in Standard soon. I can play 12 in Pioneer. I don't know if the mana's going to work for Abzan, but potentially it could. I could see it for sure. They got 2 in hand. What if we waited on the Annex for one more turn? Because I can kill the Druid and get their whole hand. We could probably afford to do that, right? They don't have a creature land in play. I mean, they have Village, which makes things awkward, but I'm going to wait one more turn on the Annex. Because I want to get their whole hand first. It's all gone. And the next turn, we get to go flip the Annex. GG. GG. Are we getting Triumphs with Tarkir? A lot of people think we're getting Triumphs, but I do not believe that to be the case. This has to be the best matchup, by the way. This is kind of the reason you would want to play a deck like this. Alright, so against Gruul, Beza cut down, Liliana out, and maybe shave a couple Annexes? Yeah, see, I was under the impression that, and this is what I've been told, I don't know if this is accurate, but I've been told that the Triomes are specific to Ikoria. Now, I don't know if that means that they can't reprint them, but, like, you have to realize, you know, if you're going to do a set like Tarkir that has a lot of wedges, it makes sense to give people some form of Trine lands. Now, they don't have to be Triomes, they don't have to be typed, but, like, even just the original cycle, like Sandstep Citadel, Frontier Bivouac, like that original cycle that was in the first Tarkir set, like, I'd be fine with those. Jungle Shrine too. Hell yeah. I'm down for a Jungle Shrine. Yeah, the uncommon ones. I'd be down with those. You know, I really want you to play a spell so I could use my mana. Please and thank you. Give Domain Triumphs? No, I don't want to do that. That's the whole point. I don't want to do that. I mean, it's probably fine, because most of Domain is rotating out soon-ish anyways, so it probably doesn't matter that much. Beep boop. God, I don't know if I'm the only person, but I really, really enjoy the Start Your Engines. Oh, that's bad. I'm going to say I enjoy the Start Your Engines, the soundbite. It's really nice. Okay, this is a little sketchy. Kind of forgot about Sunspine Links. It also is hysterical to me that Hopeless Nightmare triggers the speed. Excuse me. I know that most Gruul lists don't have Snakeskin Veil, but I'll just do it now. It feels kind of bad, but it does sound a little bit like Sticky Keys, yeah. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to do this main phase. Although I was gonna do it in combat anyways, so they would just be able to do the hero post combat. No, I can't bobble it. It's okay. I guess we can just lock down, and then we can lock down, and then if we can find Pixie later, it's kind of gas. Is it worth sacking the Breaker if I'm going to lock down? I guess I should probably take a draw step first, because there's a chance maybe I don't lock down next turn. How often do you destroy your own lockdowns to pop all things under them again? Very often. Yeah, see? Like, this is kind of a great example of that, where now I'm just going to cast the lockdown, and then if they do anything else, I can just Pixie bounce the lockdown, and then completely pop off again. So this is, like, exactly that scenario. I'm not going to do it this turn, but... Well, I guess it doesn't exactly work here. Okay, so... No, I can stack the triggers, right? I can resolve... I can put... Yeah, I can do that. I should be able to do it the right that I want to. The right way that I want to. Okay, so... Yeah, resolve this first, then this. So target this. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I could, like, order them in the right way. Okay, kill that, then breaker them. And then I guess we just pass. Probably save the other Pixie, right? I mean, they got one card. I guess I'll just do the Nightmare. Get their last card. Okay, well, that was pretty impressive. We saw a Pop Edge formation. I'm pretty sure they discarded a Pop Edge formation to one of my Nightmares. God, this deck cooks. I will say, bravo to Ben Stark. He really cooked with this one. What I can appreciate about this deck is, like, compared to Esper Pixie, is there's just no mana problems. Turns out, cutting a third color does make your mana that much better. I know you probably don't believe me when I say that, but it's like, it feels like this deck is a lot more about resource denial than the typical Pixie decks, right? Where they're a lot more about adding pressure to the battlefield with the they're a lot more about adding pressure to the battlefield with, like, Scavenger and Fear of Isolation, and this is way more about just, just constricting their resources as much as possible. And I can appreciate that. Like the version with Witchclaw. Is that the same version that also has, like, scroll shift to just loop lockdowns? It's like Prophetic Prism and all these, like, weird 2-mana cantrip artifacts. It's like going super deep on the lockdown stuff, right? Yeah. I don't know if I like that version. Amalia. Amalia's pretty good here. definitely not bad. Am I willing to discard this Annex? No, I think I just discard the Breaker, right? It's gotta be Breaker. Unholy Annex. But I wanna plus the Lily that turn so I can Edict next turn. Gain life this turn, each member loses life. If you gain life and lost life this turn, make a bat, 2 life, draw a card. But they can't gain life this turn, right? So they can't trigger that. Because they do not have a way to gain life. Let's take a draw step. Interesting. If I Edict them, they just sack the Sanctifier. You know what I could do? I could get lost the Convocation. They draw a card in response, then I plus the Liliana, get the card out of their hand. And then next turn, Edict and keep the Liliana in play. I think I like that. On Ben's post about the PT on Twitter, someone commented that he did great in Constructed, but it was sad that he lost the luck-based draft format. Yeah, all right. They must not know Ben's MO. One of the greatest drafters of all time. This could get out of hand, kind of. Deck Tech? Deck Tech is... you did the command for it, didn't you? There's a channel point option, or if you don't have channel points, it's 2 gifted. Yeah, they could have been being facetious the whole time. It's unclear. Convocation on top. Now if I kill the Channeler... this is getting really dicey. I kind of don't want to Edict now is the problem. Wait, that line's kind of cool. But they get to keep the Convocation in hand. I could go Edict them, Pixie, pick up Liliana, Edict them again. But then if I do that, they get to keep the Convocation. So maybe it's better to Edict them, Pixie, pick up... Yeah, Pixie, pick up Liliana, plus... They sack the Amalia? Really? Yeah. I mean, I think we just have to deal with this Channeler at a later date. Because I do want to get that Convocation out of their hand for sure. Plus here... Get this, and pass. I mean, they are running out of gas, but this Channeler is going to be a pain in the ass. We need to find a Breaker. Breaker or second Liliana would be nice. Okay, well, this line's not very good, because I can just double block. Hey, Fab, thank you for the Prime. Appreciate the sub, Fab. Yeah, I'm like, I don't really think you want to attack there. It's not a very good attack. Oh. Do we start over? I guess we attack first. Oh, right, they can do that. I forgot about that. Okay, maybe this is a bad attack first. I forgot they could just, like, make it a flyer. Whatever, it's fine. I'll just do this post-combat. Pew 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 pew. Yeah, if you don't have enough channel points, we also do them for 2 gifted. That is, those are the ways to acquire 1 deck tech. We did get in 2 damage, though, so that is nice. Just didn't play the Barons? Why didn't you play the Barons? You voted win too much? That sounds like a you problem. Why would you believe in me that much? Alright, black, white, Lifegain. Amalia, Convocation, Hinterland, Case, Channeler. What do I even want against them? So we cut the Lilianas. The lockdowns are definitely still good. So Liliana out, shave a couple of breakers maybe. Then we do rips and Lorans. Maybe rips and cutdowns. Cut this. Let's try that. Deck lists that were played at the Pro Tour are posted in a couple of different spots. This, personally, for me, is the best place to find them because it sorts them by how well they did in the constructed portion. Because if you go to a website like Melee will give you, like, show you the deck lists based on final standings, but final standings includes limited and constructed. So being able to, like, see the final standings and decks that perform the best in just the constructed portion is pretty good. So I'd recommend checking out that page. I am the Brilliant. You want to know how I got the Brilliant? It's because I ultimated my Tamiyo. It was something like, I think it was like draw 10 cards in a turn or something. Something along those lines. I don't remember exactly what it was. I could probably go look at it. But I'm pretty sure it had something to do with draw a shit ton of cards. No, I think that was a different one. Zoraline. Zoraline's kind of cooking me. How the fuck do I beat this card? Asking for a friend? It's gonna be really hard to beat. Yeah, they just attack, get that back. God damn. Okay, I'm beginning to see why you wanted to play Rest in Peace. So it's kind of a problem. Yeah, I probably should have just killed the Ellis. I was thinking that I wanted to animate the Soulstone, but I ain't got time for that shit. I should have killed the Ellis. I guess I can just trade for it now. They didn't trigger... Oh. I meant to sacrifice. Okay. We have found an answer for the Zoraline. Look, it ain't pretty, but you do what you gotta do, alright? I'm also at 7. Could sack the Nightmare. These 3 paid lands are not looking so great. What was I gonna say earlier? Oh, I was gonna mention the problem with playing all Grim Baubles and Breakers is that, you know, you just don't have a lot of answers for stuff like this. Yeah. Allegedly better mana. I'm at 4. Okay, I needed that. I really needed that. I'm at 3. Hold. We just need them to not have any spells the rest of the game. Okay, that's a spell. That's also a disastrous spell because I'm at fucking 3. I guess I'll go to 2. What you got in hand? Caves of Koilos. Stop drawing spells. Okay. They can't attack. This is doable. This is doable. Oh. So... No, that's not good, right? Because they get to... And I can't really kill the Amalia because I'm at 2 life. So that's not very good because they get all this stuff back, which triggers the Amalia 1,000 times. So I can't do that. Go, I guess? Tax free. The bat can fly. They won't see it. I promise you they won't see it. Okay, game 3. Interesting. I mean, I don't think I'm really changing much. Maybe the Lorans are not great. They did see the line. I guess we could just do Lorans for breakers. It does play out quite well. Or maybe I've just been drawing Nightmare Pixie every game and it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell exactly, like, if the deck is actually good or if I'm just really good at opening these 2 cards. I know, we actually don't have double pain land this turn. What are we bouncing? What if I bounce nothing and hold up cut down? Is that better? And then if they double spell, I can go cut down and untap Pixie bounce Bauble. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold. Well, I mean, now I kind of just not want to cast the cut down and then bounce the Bauble, and then still hold up cut down. Yeah, let's do that. We are kind of cooked if they have Zoraline, but not a lot I can do about that. The only way that I could have maybe played around Zoraline was, like, hold the Bauble and then go Bauble plus cut down if they had it. Yeah, that's good. That's a really good draw. That's the probably the best draw on the deck there, if I'm being honest. That was quite a good draw. Now it kind of feels like GG. Essence Channeler. I have a response. Nah, this deck doesn't need nowhere to run. It's probably better to play Rip this turn. So let's sack this first. Because this one doesn't work through Rest in Peace. Keep that for insurance. Actually, that kills the Rest in Peace. Maybe I shouldn't even keep that. Like, it's just, we just don't even need to keep it. It's decent insurance, but... Yeah, I think Ben decided to just play, like, maximum Baubles main to lower the mana curve instead of playing what you call it, the nowhere to runs and maximum momentum breakers, which I kind of like. I don't hate the momentum breakers. You could maybe do a split of like breaker plus nowhere. But what I like about breaker is the life gain on it's pretty good. Yeah, it does kill the demon token too. Yeah. But it is very interesting to see 4 breakers and no nowhere to runs. It's a little jarring. But I think I like it. It's up to Gruul. Remember when I clicked the wrong button on Who Won a Gamba? No, I don't remember that. Tell me more. Tell me more. No, don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't do it. I'll unmod you. I've only played against Domain once today. No, sorry, twice. We played against it twice with the Obliterator deck, and somehow we split against it. I don't know how that's possible, but we went 1-1. It seemed like the worst possible matchup for the Obliterator deck, but we were able to beat it Domain once with it. I mean, it's like, the thing about Domain is, yes, it is extremely powerful, but the games where they have turn 2 beans versus the games they don't are like a night and day. It's like they're just playing a different format when they have turn 2 beans. But when they don't have it, their deck sometimes just does nothing. Honestly, don't hate just doing this. It's more mana efficient. You want me to show you're spicy? I'm not sure I can show that on a live broadcast. Didn't draw land 3. Am I confident in the position of Cage in the format? Absolutely not. In good faith, in good conscience, I cannot recommend that you play Cage right now. I can't do it. I wish I could, but I can't. I would stay as far away from Cage as possible right now. Unless you can find a way to beat the Domain deck. But I haven't figured that out yet. Okay, I've located this deck's one weakness. It's called Kaido. How does my deck beat Kaido? Okay, well, I mean, part of it is drawing more than 2 lands, you know? There is 4 Get Lost, but I sure hope it does, Santee. I can eat my hat, but I'm not going to. We know they have Mastermind, so I can't even play this. Alright, I'm just going to concede. You win. Alright, Dimir, Kaido. I don't have a card in my sideboard that kills Kaido. It's just kind of something we have to deal with. Lockdown seems bad. I guess Innocence is good, and Cutdown is good. Cut the Lorans. I guess. I wonder how much Ben had Kaido on his radar when he built the sideboard for this deck. Because I'm a little surprised to not see any copies of Blood Out. When do we bring in Endurings? For the grindy matchups. Yeah, we're gonna play the Golgari Graveyard deck after this deck. It's a rare sight these days. The Esper decks still have like 2 or 3, don't they? I don't remember seeing a Pixie deck from the PT that didn't have it. Maybe I'm supposed to breaker there. Goodbye that. Alright, please don't counter this. I need it to resolve. Don't do it! I know you're thinking about it. You fucker! Yeah, maybe just like 1 or 2 blotouts, you know? Because this matchup seems really brutal when they have Kaido. Well, when they don't have Kaido, you're fine. Like, I feel pretty good in the games they don't have that card. But when they do have it, it's tough. I don't know why it gets me every time, but it is so funny to me that Hopeless Nightmare triggers Start Your Engines. Alright, give me a Get Lost off the top. Should have played the Soulstone that turn. That was bad. That was really bad. Yeah, I needed to play the Soulstone. It's a huge punishment, too, because I could have maybe attacked Kaido with both this turn. Sure. They get to see my shameless mistake. Well, I think we just have to hope they don't have a kill spell as their last card. Well, they do. Damn it. Oh. Is it a counterspell? It could be interference, I guess. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Go. Now they have Reef too. Can't really get through the Reef. Like, I just kind of want... I don't know. Is there a good answer to Kaido that you can main deck besides Get Lost? We have 4 Get Lost. Shieldred's Edict, maybe? Yeah, Shelly's Edict could be okay. I don't want to play the End. I think the End kind of sucks. Bruh. I just wanted to scry. I just wanted to scry. Does Feed the Cycle kill creatures or planeswalkers? I guess I've just never played that card before. It's not that bad. I could see it being alright. I think we have to chump block Kaido this turn. I guess we can sack Breaker for 2 life. The End can end their Zers. I don't really know if you want to play a 4-mana kill spell. I don't disagree with you that the End is a bad... Like, the End is very good, but 4 is just so much mana. Well, Nowhere to Run doesn't work because we don't have instant speed ways to kill it anyways. Like, we have no Go for the Throats. Our kill spells are 4 Get Lost, 4 Breaker, 4 Bauble. So even if you swap Breaker for Bauble, because we don't have Go for the Throat, we can't Nowhere plus Throat the Kaido anyways. Go to 2. I doubt I have any outs here. There's no way I have outs, right? I like to see 2 Graveyard. What even is my best draw here? Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna do this. Okay. kill Kaido? Should I have gotten greedy and attacked them? Maybe. We double block Restless Reef and then just pray. We have to double block, right? Oh god, they have priority. No. God damn it. I guess I could just take, right? Yeah, I could just take. Yeah, let's just take it. Although sacking is bad if they have Tishanas. Okay, they don't have Tishanas. I'm at 2. That's not bad. That is a really good chump blocker for the Reef. Holy shit, is he doing it? Is he actually doing it? Don't call it a comeback. Nope, he's not doing it. He kind of was doing it for a little bit. Fuck. So you don't have to endure that question. On the play? Probably good enough. I'm surprised at how few people played Roots. And how, like, basically not a single person did well with Roots. It's a Doctor Who commander card. What was the text again? Everybody lives, Rose. Just this once. Everybody lives. Yeah, I have no idea what that is. Challenger. Yeah, I mean, this is not great if they just play Screaming Nemesis, but I'm going to get greedy. I think I have to get greedy with this hand. Some of the Roots decks had loot, but some of them didn't. I want to say, like, well, good thing I waited. I want to say, like, 2 of the Roots decks had loot, 1 or 2 of them, and like 3 or 4 didn't. Something like that. It's the card Everybody Lives. Nice. That's good. Can I erase this Nemesis? I mean, I'm going to try. 9, go to 6. Okay. Okay, hold. If they don't torch their own Nemesis, we're cooking. Something tells me they have torch, though. Yeah. Fuck! Fuck! I just dead this turn? Yeah, well, they had literally anything. What if they didn't, though? You know? If they didn't have anything, we were fine. Simply remove the emblem. I guess I can't gain life. I might as well block anyways. I guess I should get lost upkeep, right? Does it matter when I get lost? I guess I can do it end phase. So I don't have to discard a hand size. Yeah, that's a good point. Which stalker matters? I'll do it now. Do they just have another shock? Okay. Hold. Hold. Come on. Don't draw a shock. No haste creature, no shock. No haste creature, no shock. Don't do it. Don't do it. Hold. No! Fuck. You're so close. So close. Damn. Alright, cut down coming in. Beza coming in. Liliana is hot garbage. Loran also out. I didn't board in Innocence the last time I played against them, and I think that's still right. So if I knew they were boarding out Torch, maybe you could keep them in, or maybe you could board them in. Is Merfolk tier 1 now? Always has been. Has there been a standard format where Merfolk hasn't been tier 1? I don't think so. I can't think of one in recent memory. Get lost. I think I want to make him discard a card here. Nah. If I had Pixie in my hand, I probably would do that, or at least consider it. But I can also just go... I'm not Get Losting that. I'm saving Get Lost for Nemesis. Oh, okay. Well, that works out. It's a good thing I didn't cast the Get Lost. Now, so we played a Golgari deck earlier that was... I think I'm going to Get Lost this. Golgari and Phyrexian Obliterator with Bushwhack, because that deck did very well at the PT. So that was a deck that we played earlier. And do this turn. And then we're also going to be playing later on, going to be playing a Golgari Graveyard deck that's like Self-Mill, Beanstalk, Huskburster Swarm, Hollow Marauder, that kind of stuff. I kind of like the Obliterator deck, though. We didn't even play against Gruul, which I think is probably one of the best matchups for Obliterator. Deal. I'm in. I am in. Rage on top, huh? They have 3 in hand? Okay, well... I mean, this could get dicey for us next turn. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do about that, though. Kind of just have to jam. I'm hoping that the only reason they kept Rage on top is because they had the hero, and not because they have a challenger. But if they have challenger, we're cooked. Yeah. That also kind of cooks us. Speed 1. They have 2 in hand. I feel like my only line is Breaker plus Animate Sanctuary. Like, I don't think I have a different line. Because if I go... Yeah, I mean, it's the only one that makes sense, right? So Sanctuary, attack, Breaker. Hold. We're at 6. I mean, it's not the easiest for them to deal 6 in one turn. Unless they have, like, you know, obviously Rage plus Haste Creature does it. I'm okay with that. That I am okay with. Yeah. I can even lock down, hold up, Get Lost for my own lockdown if I need to. So here... Let's tap like this. No, I guess we can just tap like that. Now I'm feeling pretty good. Maybe I was supposed to sacrifice the Breaker first? Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have just sacked both Breakers, right? Attack for 3, sack Breaker, then lockdown. I'd be at 14. I don't know if that's better than having the Breakers under the lockdown, but it's close. Monstrous Rage. Okay, when do I do the Get Lost Lockdown play? Probably now, so I can bobble the Paw Patch. No, I have to let this go, right? So let this go. That happens. Here we go. End of turn. Kill this. And then I bobble this, then make them Edict 2. Right? Resolve Bauble, they Edict the... Yeah, Resolve Bauble, kill this, then they sack. And then if I hit... oh, they're just dead to the Fortress, right? Yeah, just dead to Fortress. Alright, game 3. I mean, I really can appreciate the Get Lost My Own Lockdown lines. It's so good. Like when you have, 4 Bauble, 4 Nightmare, 4 Breaker. Maybe that's the way... Well, I was going to say, that's how you kill Kaito, but you can also just Get Lost the Kaito, right? Those lines are super sick, though. When you get to, instant speed, kill your own lockdown. I do love those lines quite a bit. And it happens a decent amount with this deck. What's the best Orzhov 2-drop in Pioneer? I have no idea. Orzhov 2-drop, huh? Why Orzhov? Kinda wish I had a swamp here. Yeah, honestly, Bailmerk is probably the answer. Bailmerk or, Thalia's Lieutenant? Can I say Lieutenant? I have 3 in hand. Trying to think... What happens if I Pixie Bauble? They go land Nemesis. Then I can go Get Lost Nemesis, play Nightmare. That's a pretty good lineup, right? Fine with that. Dude, I want Pioneer to come back as much as the next person. I want to have a reason to play Pioneer, I wish I did. I could chump. It's not chump. I guess we Nightmare first. Nightmare first, then Breaker. So we're going to go to 11. It's a little sketchy. But we do get to 2 speed, and then potentially have a gain 2 next turn. Or, I guess a gain 3. Kind of have to hope their leftovers aren't very good, though. Yeah, that's bad. I mean, I can kill both. I'd prefer a lockdown here. Lockdown would be nice. Guess that's fine too. So Bauble this, then Breaker them. I'm at 10. We go to 3 speed. I need them to just not draw a creature for 1 turn. Thank you. They obliged. And I appreciate that. It's nice of them. Yeah, now we just have gain 8 plus kill spell. Should be fine now. I have a response. I do give them maps for the Challenger, but I have Get Lost for the Challenger, so it's not that bad. I'm doing it now because I don't want them hitting a Snakeskin. Okay. I'm at 10. Can I afford to cast that? I'm trying to think of the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario is they draw, what, Challenger, hit Rage? There's just no reason to cast that, right? I'm just going to pass. Yeah. I want to sack both breakers this turn, and then I'll feel safe casting it next turn. Okay. I could maybe keep a breaker in play in case I draw exactly. Not gonna say it. Not gonna say it. Definitely not gonna say it. Exactly what? I'm not gonna say it. Can I just race them with pixies? We're close, right? They go to 6. I mean, I guess the good news is they have a paw patch on top, which I don't care too much about it. Trying to think if it's better to go Pixie, Bounce Nightmare, play Annex. Okay, so if I Pixie, Bounce Nightmare, play Annex, I go to 15. And then they draw Paw Patch. Say they go here, 6/6, counter 7. Well, they can actually make it. No, that's not true. Unless they. So maybe they just don't use the maps then. They just go level, hit me for 7. I go to 8. That line is nice because if they go talent, I can make them discard the Paw Patch at least. Oh, true. I don't have to take damage. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Just bounce this, play Annex. Go to 16. And I guess, like, depending on how much damage the Soulstone represents, I could chump block this turn. Because they don't have a way to give it trample. So chumping this turn might not be that bad of an idea. And then next turn I can attack, flip the Annex, and probably be okay. They're dead to Soulstone. That is a true statement. Yes, they are dead to Soulstone. So they're not mapping? Maybe they're mapping post-combat? I don't mind taking this hit. Okay, maybe I should have jump blocked. Perhaps jump blocking was a good idea. Shit. I mean, I don't really have a line other than just do this. So I'm going to do that. Question is, do I attack with Pixie? There's kind of no reason to, because Demon is lethal next turn anyways. So I can't think of a reason to attack. Yeah. Okay, they're at 6. So they go, what? Kick Manifold Mouse, counter on the Soulstone, but I can just take 12, right? I can take 12, trade Pixie for 2/2, put 6/6 on 4/3, and they have nothing left. Am I missing something? Sure don't think I'm missing something. Do this to be safe. Trample? Right, but I have 6 toughness on 4 power and 4 toughness on 2 power. So I take 12, go to 1. Wild game. That was a really close game. God damn. I definitely made that game a lot closer than I needed it to by sacrificing both of the breakers.